I decided to put an intro because I think people in here get so used to people being one trick ponies. Welcome, Ocean, Assad, Samala. And so they're like, can you tell me, can you such, 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 such? And although I'll designate maybe a time for that, but whenever anybody asks me stuff about their life path, due to my belief, I'll definitely, that intuition part, yeah, I could do and tell you all day, but best believe I'm gonna go to the source. I'm not gonna pussyfoot around and just give people answers that they think they want to hear. And sometimes, I don't think people ever say this, that sometimes people who are intuitive or have abilities can't always pick up on everybody. Some people operate, they want to know so bad answer to something that they block themselves and they don't realize that they're blocking themselves. So it's kind of weird. But in this space and time, if I ever do anything up here behind me somewhere, I'll have like one of those little signs or something because only lives will be where I do reduced pricing of stuff. Outside of that, on my website is what it is, but you're guaranteed to get what you need via my website. And the other thing is, I'm not on here to sell. So it makes it kind of hard. I mean, yeah, my book, but it makes it kind of hard when people are asking questions the way that they're asking, and they're so used to people on this platform just selling, selling, selling. And thank you so much, Tina. I appreciate you. That's not my intention. My intention was always to educate. What's up, Jojo and Rolanda? Welcome back. My intentions on here is to educate. That's the primary intention. Everything else that comes with that, that's a blessing. But outside of that, it was because I didn't want more misinformation. And at least I know those people that come and that are guided to like see my messages that I put on here and things that I put on here, that they will get the truth of what it is that they need. So that's the purpose. All the other stuff, that's the bonus. And I appreciate it. And kindly enough, because of this app in particular, I had some people book recently with me. Some of them I think got scared, like they backed up off of the booking, but they booked to get their IFA divination and then some for consultations in general. But if they ask me a life question, just already know that that's where I'm going to send you because I'm not in the business of taking your money and spewing BS. I'm in the business of making sure you get exactly what you need when you need it. And I can only do that through, and thank you all so much for the likes. I can only do that through being truthful and honest with you. So if I'm not able to pick up anything, I'm going to say I'm not able to pick up anything. I will give you your money back. I don't need to keep it that bad. If I am unable to refer you to someone in your business that I know can help you excel yourself, and it has to be someone that I trust, that I've worked with, and that I've checked on, because don't think that I do business with people and I don't check on them first, okay? If I know that there's someone that I can refer you to because I know that they're going to give you the quality of service that I will give you and beyond, and that's very hard to match, then I will do that. Even when I work with suppliers overseas, I check on them. Don't think I do business with people and I don't check on them. I'm just saying. So, in the words of Tina C. Hines, that is on this app, she always goes, I'm just saying, I'm just saying. So, that's where I picked that up from. Uh, in general, though, for general questions, unless I have the little sign here that says, I guess y'all have it where you do like Cash App this or something. That's new to me because listen, I have a business Cash App. I've had it, but I actually use it to pay like people, which is what I use it for. So the fact that I'm now going to be using it for outside of that, like everybody else, you need to hit me with an invoice. Like I'm gonna invoice you. You're gonna pay on this thing. That's how that goes for me. So this is gonna be weird, but when I'm doing like the semi-fast stuff, I guess I'll call it rapid fire. You'll see a sign or something right here under the live sign. Excuse me, the love sign, because that's why I'm here for divine love. So that being said, Tina and those people who are back, welcome. What's going on in your life? What do you have a question about in general? It can be about business because I'm here to teach, and it can be about intuitive stuff. It can be about Ifa. It could be whatever you need to know. And if I don't know the answer, I shall find the answer for you and get back to you. Guaranteed that. I'm not going to leave you hanging. I did. Those of you all who are just joining, I gave a whole, oh, thank you all for the like. I appreciate you. Spill at the beginning. If you have questions in general that are general, if they're specific to your life purpose, et cetera, then I'm definitely going to tell you you need to do a one-on-one. But I'm not on here to sell you one-on-ones. I'm here to engage and educate. And if you want more personalized um, education, then let me know. What I've come to find out via the followers that I've gained in the last week or so, I'm probably going to have to do a class. Nope, I didn't go there. Look, you're like, I'm gonna nope. Um, but you also may have seen me string. For those of y'all just joining, string knows I went to school in South Carolina and trying to figure out where. You may have seen me. Well, no, I might give away my age if I tell you. So I organized a march on the Capitol some time ago. During that time, one of the students to help organize that. I also dealt with concerts and stuff that came into the area, giving you more of a heads up. And I've done some stuff and some trips and stuff for people who have like their promoters and stuff and they wanted to go have parties overseas or in other countries, and I've dealt with like renting the mansions and stuff in order to do that. You may have seen my face on or my name at least somewhere in reference to that. So you just never know. General reading. If you want an email question answered, that's $18.88. If you want it in person, there's different pricing for that, for those consultations. And you can go view that. It's myname.com. Okay, so Tina, you said you have so many thoughts and questions. I'm moving into a new space with work. Do you coach and guide in those spaces? I absolutely do. I do. On both sides. It depends on if you want it on the professional or if you want both. I do grow. So, tiny bit about the water. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to go in this order. First, let me go back to Tina. Thank you very much for hitting the link. Because, Tina, you know I don't like to be like, go hit the link, go hit the link. But yes. Second, yes, I can repeat it about the glass of water. Water is a very good thing to use in order to cleanse your space or to have near you at all times. A clear glass of water, it doesn't matter how big, how small, and it's a conduit for positive energy. People don't realize that, and it needs to be cold, and that's what I was saying, because it needs to be in its natural state. So you take that, you put it in your area, you usually work with it like at your desk, if you're in an office environment, or before you go to bed at night, you sleep with a glass of water near the head of your bed. If it can't be on your nightstand or you don't have one, put it on the floor next to the side of your bed, and then you flush it in the morning before you like begin your day. When you're done working, you flush it and then you refill and start it all over. You'll notice energy changes and shifts. People will say, "Oh, it's the air and pressure and da da da," but you'll see bubbles and stuff. You'll notice a difference. You'll know how your water will quote unquote let you know when people are in a negative space and are around you. So, and then it says, what can you do to make your business grow? So, Ronnie, in order to do that, first, I need to ask you, do you work in that space already, or are you just starting to, in other words, have you worked with herbs or oils or any of those things already, or are you just starting to do that? And again, you guys, let me clarify. Oils and things of that nature have nothing to do with the Isheshe tradition of Ifa. So let me clarify that. Herbs and certain Akosi associated with the herbs do, but what I'm talking about right now, does not have anything to do with Ifa in my official capacity. But I'll try to answer your question. And what's important about that is people don't give reverence. First things first, for all protection and anything of that nature, you should always start with your ancestors. That's why I did a whole thing on ancestor reverence. And what's interesting about that as well is the way that we reverence ancestors here with a table or area or with pictures on the wall and stuff of that nature is not the way that ancestors are reverenced in the Ifa tradition. Even though there seems to be similarities and you may see that as being that, it's totally different when you are in Nigeria and you're looking where the Egungun area is or the ancestor area is, it's usually outside. It's not like a Bovada where they have like neat little containers and stuff. It's a little bit different than that too, but us trying to adapt Western culture to what it is that we need to do, we adapted with the supplies and the things that we have. However, you always start for any protection and any progress in your life. You always start with thanking your ancestors as they are the ones who lived the human experience, right? And they're the ones that can understand where you're coming from on a human level. And they're also the ones who intercede on your behalf to Olodumare, i.e., God. Okay, so, and those of you all who don't believe in God who are on here, you don't have to. It's still science. The tradition of herbs, herbology, of the Isheshe tradition of Ifa, all still science based. So I can just say that I found the answer through Ifa. So now I don't ever have a why where I don't have a reason. And that's my experience. So when you question those things, and then you also question people being judgmental of other people and how they're judgmental of other people, contrary to popular belief, and then also some of the things practiced in the diaspora on the side of Ifa isn't necessarily Ifa, and I will respectfully say it like that. Uh, a lot of man-made putting into what the practice should be and shouldn't be, and that is not the case. I'm blessed and lucky that I get to go to the source who's been practicing for generations and even uses archaic language now, because now there's more of a European version of the language, the Yoruba language that exists. So I'm able to learn in a different level when I'm dealing with them. So I hope that answers your question, because that's what I'm here to do.